Welcome to this new special video about Forza Horizon 6. Today, we've got a big video in which I'll remind you of all the information you need to know about the game before its release. We're going to talk about the map, the cars, the driving, and the multiplayer. It's going to be a summary of all the information we know about Forza Horizon 6. If after watching this video you still have questions that I haven't answered here, feel free to ask them in the comments, and I'll try to get back to you as quickly as possible. And if after watching this video you feel like buying Forza Horizon 6, don't forget that it's 33% cheaper through my instant gaming link, which you'll find below this video in the pinned comment. If you prefer Game Pass over buying the game, you can get it cheaper through my link. Thanks to everyone who uses it, as it supports my channel. Now, let's start with the basics. Forza Horizon 6 is an open-world racing game that will take place in Japan. It's developed by Playground Games, which is a studio owned by Xbox. The game will be officially released on May 19, 2026 on PC, Xbox Series S, and Xbox Series X. But it will be possible for you to start playing earlier from May 15, 2026, depending on the edition of the game you choose. Let's start by talking about the different editions of the game. There's the standard edition sold for €69 on the official website and €46 through my instant gaming link. With this version, you get the game and access starting from May 19th. Then you have the deluxe edition, which is the one I personally recommend the least because it's still much more expensive. €99 on the official store and €66 on instant gaming. That's a big price difference, even though you don't actually get much more with it. You won't get early access, just the regular game on May 19th. You'll also receive the Car Pass, which covers the first 30 paid DLC cars coming in the next few months, as well as the Welcome Pack, which is a pack of cars with modified performance. Be aware, we're not talking about additional car models here, but simply alternative versions of cars already in the game that will be pre-upgraded, pre-tuned, and a bit faster than the standard models you'll have in the base game. And finally, you have the Premium Edition, the top-tier edition of the game that costs €119 on the official store and €79 on instant gaming. That's €40 less. This is the big version that includes the full game. 4 days of early access so you can start playing from May 15th. The Welcome Pack I mentioned earlier, also the Car Pass, plus the VIP membership, which will allow you to earn more in-game credits, plus the Expansion Pass. Since Forza Horizon 6 will have 2 paid map expansions coming out in the next few months and years after the release of Forza Horizon 6. 2 mystery expansions for now. We don't know which maps or themes there will be. The same goes for the Car Pass I mentioned earlier. We don't know which 30 DLC cars will be included. On top of all that, with the Premium, you'll get access to 2 additional car packs. The Italian car pack, which won't be available at launch but will be available in July, will add a few extra cars. Very cool, like the Alfa Romeo Giulia GT AM or the Ferrari F80, but also the Time Attack DLC car pack, which will be available at launch, which adds models really designed for racing, real Japanese race cars prepared by real racing teams, which will reportedly be in Forza Horizon 6's top car class. Quick note on the various editions of Forza Horizon 6. I don't recommend buying it. That's your choice. However, if you do buy Forza Horizon 6, I recommend either the standard version or the premium version. The deluxe version, the middle one I mentioned earlier, is usually the least worthwhile in Forza games, as you pay more for little extra. Additionally, the Premium Edition offers much more content than the Standard Edition for only a slightly higher price. Also, if you play via Game Pass or purchase the Standard or Deluxe Edition, and if later on you want to enjoy all the bonuses included in the Premium Edition, you can also upgrade your current edition of Forza Horizon 6 by purchasing the Premium Upgrade Pack, which lets you enjoy everything that's in the Premium Edition. For €59, that's the official price, but on instant gaming, the Premium Pass costs €42. Forza Horizon 6 is an open-world racing game that will take place in Japan. Here we get the largest map in Forza Horizon history, around 200 square kilometers, a map made up of 6 biomes. For example, there's the mountain, the wild coast, an agricultural area, a forest area, and also a city, Tokyo, which is by far the largest city we've ever had in a Forza Horizon game. We're talking about a truly gigantic city here. I made a video exploring the city, which I invite you to check out if you really want to see in detail what it looks like. But just so you know, in a 30-minute video, we didn't even manage to cover the whole city. We only saw a few streets, really. So it's by far the most urban map, and also by far the most detailed map ever offered in the Forza Horizon series, with special care given to the city itself. There was a dedicated team of developers working on creating the city to make it look truly massive and alive. There was also a team dedicated to Japanese culture. To add to the Forza Horizon 6 map, A whole bunch of references to real places in Japan and references to Japanese culture. To go beyond the typical cliches we associate with racing games in Japan, I made several videos about the Forza Horizon 6 map during an early access version that I was able to test a few weeks ago. Feel free to check them out to get a little preview of what the Forza Horizon 6 map has in store for you. Of course, I didn't spoil everything, but it's a map that offers a very unique atmosphere that, personally, I haven't experienced in years in the Forza series. I think not since Horizon 3. In Forza Horizon 6, we'll have a career mode that's very different from what was offered in Horizon 4 and Horizon 5. In those last two Forza Horizon games, you really started out as a superstar of the Forza Horizon Festival. You got access to really big, expensive, and fast cars very quickly. In Horizon 6, the career progression will be a bit slower. And most importantly, you'll really start at the very bottom. As a simple tourist just coming to discover a bit of car culture, you'll gradually climb the ranks until you reach the final status of legend. All of this happens through a career divided into 7 chapters. Each completed chapter will let you earn an extra festival wristband. There are 7 to collect. Each new chapter will give you access to new activities and new types of races. And the final wristband, the Legend wristband, will let you access an area of the map reserved for players who have it. A hidden island where you'll find one of the most luxurious houses in the game. And from there, you'll have access to some really unique races. As a little bonus, you'll also get access to a second Forza Horizon Festival site. So you'll normally feel a greater sense of progression since you'll start at the very bottom and gradually work your way up. That feeling should also be present when it comes to the vehicles you can access. Since in the various races offered by Forza Horizon 6, for most of them, not all, I want to stress that, but for most of them, we'll have to use vehicles that belong to performance categories or vehicle categories imposed by the game. So obviously, if you want to drive big cars, supercars, or hypercars right away, you can, as long as you've got enough money to buy one, of course. You can use them in some events or just to explore the map. But for the classic progression of the game, you'll have to use those recommended cars, which will basically force you to start your Forza Horizon 6 career with low performance cars before gradually climbing up the performance ladder. As for cars, Forza Horizon 6 launches with 550 models. That's a lot, even though it's 350 less than Forza Horizon 5. That's because Forza Horizon 5 got a lot of cars through updates and DLC, and some have been removed to be remodeled for Forza Horizon 6, so not all of them will be available on day 1. Don't worry, Forza Horizon 6 will have a monthly update system and a season system, which we'll talk about later in this video, which should add, on average, between 4 and 10 new free cars per month. On top of that, you'll have to add the cars from the different DLC packs and the various cars from the Car Pass, plus the vehicles from the different collaborations between Forza Horizon and certain brands, like for example Trolley, which means we should quickly surpass the number of models that were available in Forza Horizon 5. As for cars in Horizon 6, you can expect a very wide variety of vehicles, cars from all eras, from all nations, even though, obviously, the game has focused on Japanese cars, adding a lot of Japanese models, some more or less well-known or more or less niche, to its car list, like for example, the Toyota Taxi, the Toyota Chaser, or the Lexus IS 300. These models may not be widely known, but they were highly anticipated by the community. Here are just a few examples. In Forza Horizon 6. Still talking about cars, this Forza Horizon 6 is going to make a bit more room for race cars. This isn't a first either. We've already had race cars in the Forza Horizon games, but this is the first time we'll have so many, with the presence of certain legends like the Mazda 787B or some official GT race cars, for example. So here, with this Forza Horizon 6 at first glance, we have the most varied and niche car list we've ever had in the history of a Forza Horizon game. All these cars will obviously be upgradable, tunable, and customizable. You should know that Forza Horizon 6 has put a bit more emphasis on customization. Let me make it clear right away, we're still very far from the customization you get in a Need for Speed, at least from what I was able to test in the previous early access version. But overall, there is still more customization than in Forza Horizon 5. There are new body kits, new Forza kits that now match the look of each car. There are over 100 new wheel designs. Now you can also apply stickers to the windows of the cars. Additionally, there's far more customization with many Forza Edition models, which are more powerful and come pre-customized with unique features. A large part of the car models featured in Forza Horizon 6 have been remodeled between Horizon 5 and Horizon 6. For the first time in the franchise's history, so many models have been fully rebuilt from scratch. All cars, the map, and overall game graphics benefit from innovations in the latest Forza Tech engine, including both graphics and physics, which has been greatly improved between Forza Horizon 5 and Horizon 6 thanks to all the little things that were originally developed for Forza Motorsport. You should expect and I've shown it several times in videos. Cars are much more detailed overall, from their rendering and textures to the paint, the modeling of small details, and the interior materials like leather, plastic, and fabric. But also little extra details that, personally, I find very, very cool to see in a Forza Horizon game. Like all the small plastic markings, for example, that you find on the headlights, which are no longer smooth like in Horizon 5. There's been a lot of graphical work done on the cars, and a lot of graphical work done on the map as well, even if it doesn't really stand out when you watch gameplay on YouTube, because YouTube has a bad habit of heavily compressing the graphics of video games. There's a real step up, a real graphical improvement between Forza Horizon 5, which was already a graphical masterclass, and Forza Horizon 6. It's really going to come down to the details, but since Horizon 5 already had a very, very high level, it's normal that now it's just the details left to really fine-tune. The vegetation, ground, roads, sand, water, and building reflections, and overall lighting have all been detailed and reworked. And honestly, that's the impression I got. When I went back from Forza Horizon 6 to Forza Horizon 5 between the end of early access and the release, I really felt like I was going back. Really. Back in time. To the point that on PC in Forza Horizon 5, even though I had the graphic settings maxed out, I checked several times to make sure I hadn't forgotten to apply my settings, because it looked so simple and lacking in detail graphically. Compared to Forza Horizon 6, if you're a PC gamer, I'll put the specs you need to run Forza Horizon 6 up on screen, and if you're a console gamer, know that there are two graphics modes available. On Series X, the quality mode is a constant 4K at 30 FPS. The performance mode uses dynamic resolution, aiming for 4K at 60 FPS. On Series S, in quality mode, I think it's 1440p at 30 FPS, and for performance mode, it's 1080p at 60 FPS. And one last little detail about the graphics, this mainly concerns the PC versions. In Forza Horizon 6, right from launch, it will support ray tracing in the open world, which wasn't the case in Forza Horizon 5. You had to wait for one of the game's late updates to enjoy it. Here, we have ray tracing in-game, and the possibility to use a whole range of AI processes that improve the game's performance without sacrificing too much on graphics, making it feel like you're playing on Ultra with 10 or 15 more FPS. So, better graphics, but also better driving. Indeed, the driving in Forza Horizon 6 is slightly more realistic than in Forza Horizon 5. Here too, I think they took advantage of a lot of innovations that were made back when Forza Motorsport was released in 2023. It's a game that offers arcade-style driving, clearly designed for both controller players and wheel players, and yet, the driving feel is still a bit more realistic than what we had in Horizon 5. The cars feel a bit more lively, especially when it comes to suspension management and the tires. You can better sense their weight, notice when they start to slide, and more clearly feel handling differences when switching car models. To be clear, I'm not claiming Forza Horizon 6 is ultra-realistic or a full driving simulation, but it's moving closer to Forza Motorsport's driving experience while still keeping Forza Horizon's accessibility and pick-up and play feel. Obviously, the gameplay experience is customizable. There are plenty of driving assists that you can turn on or off, allowing you to make the gameplay either more simplified or more realistic. And as a little bonus that should make players who use a wheel happy, in Forza Horizon 6, we're going to get brand new steering wheel animations that have been completely redone for all the cars, with a steering wheel that now turns 540 degrees, whereas until now in Forza games, it only turned 180 degrees, which was very confusing. When you used a steering wheel, the character's hands never matched your own movements on the wheel. So it's more realistic, and that's not the only thing that's more realistic when it comes to the cars, since their sound has also been redone. I don't know if these are the best sounds currently in a car game. Honestly, I don't think so, but there is still a pretty noticeable step up. Compared to Forza Horizon 5, we have cars that sound more natural. Some have been completely recorded, while others simply benefit from the new sound engine that was designed for Forza Horizon 6. There are more different sounds for turbos, for superchargers, for gearboxes. The sounds will vary more between a stock car and a car equipped with performance parts. Sound is more spatialized, especially in cockpit view. You'll clearly hear where different car mechanical sounds like the engine or exhaust are coming from. The sound of electric cars has also been reworked. At least on the one I was able to test during that famous beta. It was a bit more fun, even though overall they're still not necessarily the coolest cars to drive in the game. And a small detail, but one that makes me happy as a car enthusiast, is that all the idle sounds of the cars have been completely redone. When the car stops, you can hear the engine running and see smoke from the exhaust. This small detail wasn't present in Forza Horizon 5, and these idle engine sounds give an impression of power that's actually quite satisfying overall. Speaking of electric cars, you should know that in Forza Horizon 6 electric cars now have battery charging and discharging curves. It seems to me that this is also the case for some hybrid models. The goal here isn't to simulate battery consumption until you run out of power, but rather to simulate the charging and discharging curves of the battery to, for example, simulate the engine braking of an electric car, or to simulate the availability of electric drive on certain hybrid cars. That's also taken from Forza Motorsport. Just like another small detail about the cars, it now has more visual damage, especially when it comes to the tires, which will gradually wear down as you put more miles on them. The damage won't just be visual, because if you enable simulation damage in the driving assist settings, driving with smoother, more worn tires will give you less grip. That's not the only thing that makes Forza Horizon 6 feel real. The game's economy does too. I'll give a quick overview, but in Forza Horizon 6, the economy and progression will be a bit slower than in Forza Horizon 5. What does that mean? It means you'll earn a bit less money at the end of events. Still enough to regularly buy cars you like and upgrade them without having to grind too much, but a bit more slowly than in Horizon 4 and Horizon 5, where we were really bombarded with rewards at the same time, where it was very clear. It was too fast and too easy to get access to high-end cars, which kind of killed that sense of progression. So you earn less at the end of events. Events that, by the way, are more varied than ever, I would say, in Forza Horizon 6, since we have several new types of activities and races that have been added to the game. So obviously, we'll find some traditional modes like road races, dirt races, street races that are a bit less official and take place at night, but that we already knew from previous Forza Horizon games, as well as the PR stunts that we've known for many years in Forza Horizon. These will be all the little challenges to do in the open world, like drift zones, speed trap zones, speed zones, or even jumps. We'll also find the hide-and-seek mode that was added at the end of Forza Horizon 5, the Eliminator mode, which has been Forza Horizon's Battle Royale since Forza Horizon 4 and several other new features, like for example the Togue races. These are races that will take place as nighttime duels on mountain roads, races that are a bit more technical, a bit more complex, which can be played solo against AI or in multiplayer, either in co-op against AI or in PvP against another player. A job system has also been added, indeed. You'll be able to work for certain companies, like food delivery companies, which will earn you money and, apparently, according to what the developers say, will be one of the most profitable ways to make cash in the game. Also, the time attack mode, which is a race against the clock with no loading times and no matchmaking, can be played solo or in multiplayer. It will take place on several small official tracks that have been spread all over the Forza Horizon map. The goal will simply be to get the best possible time, which will be compared in real time to that of other players who used a vehicle from the same performance category, with the leaderboards being reset every week. There's also drag meet mode, featuring straight-line drag races that start instantly without loading times or matchmaking, both solo and multiplayer, where the goal will be to get the best possible time in a drag race event, with your time also being compared to other players who used a vehicle from the same category and reset every week. On top of that, there's another new feature that's more about multiplayer mode, spec racing. These will be multiplayer races where, for the first time in Forza Horizon history, everyone will be on equal footing with the same vehicle, with the same settings, and where the only real difference in the end will be your skill, your driving ability. There are also 3 other features that have been added to Forza Horizon 6. The first one is Event Lab Co-op. Event Lab has existed since Forza Horizon 5. It's a map editor that allowed you to create your own tracks and environments. But back in Forza Horizon 5, you had to do it alone. Now, you'll be able to do it in co-op, which will make developing a map or a track much faster, and finally give access to a multiplayer creative mode. The other new feature is garage customization. You'll be able to display the cars of your choice and redesign the interior of your garage by adding furniture and decorations of your choice. And finally, there's the property construction and management mode, where you actually have a large area of several hectares, where you can really create your own space, build your own buildings, your own houses, your own layouts, to make a kind of giant HQ that you can then visit in multiplayer. Since we're talking about multiplayer, obviously there are plenty of multiplayer activities. You can basically do everything in multiplayer, both in co-op and in PvP. The convoy system is still there. You can play with up to 11 of your friends in the same session and start activities with them. However, just a small clarification on this topic. For now, the presence of private servers still hasn't been confirmed, which seems to indicate that even in a convoy with your friends, it's entirely possible to run into players you don't know on the map. Even though the developers wanted to be a bit reassuring about this, explaining that they had found some sort of compromise, which allowed the game to prioritize, in a given area, displaying the players from your convoy rather than showing other random players you don't know. This will be more convenient for those who do roleplay, like cops and robbers, since you'll be less interrupted by players outside your session compared to Horizon 5. In the long run, Forza Horizon 6 will rely on two seasonal systems. The first one is the classic seasons, winter, autumn, summer, spring, which will change every week with a map that's going to be completely revamped, or at least changed far more extensively than when the season changed in Horizon 4 and Horizon 5. We're talking about major changes here regarding the vegetation, the overall color of the map and its atmosphere, but also the presence of snow. Snow had disappeared from Forza Horizon after Horizon 4. It's back in Horizon 6, and it's the same deal here. The developers reached a compromise so players who dislike driving in slippery snow can avoid it. Even though in winter a large part of the map will be covered in snow, they've already explained that the wet urban areas will be cleared of snow, as if a snowplow had gone through. The farther north you go into the mountains, the more likely the roads are to be covered in snow. But it will be exponential, meaning you'll still be able to drive on a large part of the map before you start to see a bit of snow. It will then speed up until you reach roads fully covered in snow. That's the first seasonal system. The second is the selection of festivals. That's what we call seasons, let's say, in the sense of video game seasons. Every month, there will be a new update to the game, a new season that will last 4 weeks, centered around a car theme, adding several new free cars and several new challenges. It's called the Festival Playlist, a concept that's been around since Forza Horizon 4, but with a big change in Forza Horizon 6. There will no longer be any FOMO, meaning there won't be any rewards locked behind temporary unlocks anymore. In Horizon 4 and 5, some cars were only available for a week, so if you missed them, you lost out. In Horizon 6, that won't be an issue, even though some rewards will still be available only temporarily and exclusively to players who completed the right challenges at the right time. The developers have already explained that all the new cars, for example, will gradually be added to a secondary dealership. Players will regularly get chances to unlock and buy them again. This small secondary dealership, called the Aftermarket, is a new feature in Forza Horizon 6 that I hadn't mentioned before. These are small temporary dealerships that will appear all over the map on a regular basis, and they will offer you cars for sale that are always within your budget, cars that cost less than what you have in your account, that will be pre-customized and pre-upgraded, and that will be available with a nice little discount. I think it's going to be about a 30% discount on average. So you can buy some really great cars for not too much money if you're a bit lucky. Also know that the AI, the artificial intelligence in Forza Horizon 6, has been completely reworked compared to the one in Horizon 5. And this time, it's more than just talk or marketing. It's simply that they use the artificial intelligence originally developed for Forza Motorsport, which is generally a much more aware AI when it comes to your positioning, which means that, indeed, the AIs are already a bit faster than in Forza Horizon 5. But on top of that, they're a bit more aware of where you are and do everything they can to avoid collisions. It's like they suddenly realized they had rear-view mirrors to see you approaching from behind or the sides, and discovered a secret brake pedal to slow down in turns and avoid bumping into you. To wrap up, here are 3 more Forza Horizon 6 facts I couldn't fit elsewhere in this video. The Barn Find mode is back, with cars to find on the map that will be hidden in barns. On top of that, there's also a new bonus car system. Here, these are cars that you have to find using clues given in photos. And there will be new types of race events. These are the races required to complete each of the 7 chapters I mentioned earlier. Each time in these race events, either you'll face a very specific vehicle, like the Japanese Shinkansen, or you'll have to complete a kind of gymkhana course. That means being as fast as possible, but also earning different skill points, style points, by drifting or doing jumps, or by reaching areas that are very difficult to access by car. Now, normally, you have all the important information you need to know about Forza Horizon 6. I probably forgot some things because we're talking about a massive game with a lot of content and a lot of things to do. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And of course, don't hesitate to leave a like on this video if you want to give me a little support and help boost my channel's visibility. Of course, you can subscribe for all the upcoming videos I'm going to make for Forza Horizon 6. I'm going to make a lot of them, that's for sure. I already have plenty of videos ready, including videos on new cars, new game modes, and tutorial guides to help you learn everything about Forza Horizon 6. So make sure to subscribe and don't hesitate to join me on Twitch, since I'll be live before the official release and even before early access for a live first look at Forza Horizon 6, where we'll test anything you want to see in Forza Horizon 6 with no restrictions. If you're interested, follow me on Twitch using the pinned comment link. You can also support my channel for free with your Twitch Prime on Machine Twitch. Thank you for watching this video. See you very soon, maybe for some more news about Forza Horizon 6. In the next few days, we should learn what's coming in the game's first season and which cars will be in the first DLC lineup. I think I'll be able to discuss the game with you more before it releases. In any case, don't forget the famous Stand Gaming link from the channel. That way, if after watching this video you want to buy it, you can still get it while saving a lot of money. I'll see you very soon for new videos and new live streams.